Hello and welcome to Guns and Gear. And I thought I would do a video on the guns I've carried on this trip. I'm going to title this video Mountain Hardware. Alright, well let's go ahead and get started. Now the first gun is a gun that y'all have seen a couple times in videos, and this is my Mossberg 500. This is my camp shotgun. I use this gun. Has a dual role for me. I use this gun primarily as camp security, and when I say camp security, we do, especially up here where I'm at, we have a lot of bears and coyotes, things of that nature, and they can come around and try to snoop all around your stuff. Sometimes bear can be quite aggressive. I just learned on this trip from some local guys and talking to a game warden that they trap a lot of nuisance bears and they release them in this very area, this very wilderness that I'm hunting in. So it's always good to have a shotgun to deter them from coming into your camp. Also, it's an excellent weapon for the two-legged nuisance animals that we sometimes have. Now this has the knock stock on it and has a Hogue mono grip on there, which really comes in handy when it's kind of cold or wet, things of that nature. You can get a good grip on it. Now for ammunition, what I have on the side saddle here, go ahead and give y'all a little bit of a close-up. I have 3 rounds of triple-aught buck, and these are 2 3/4. This is a standard round from Winchester. And I have 3 rounds of 3-inch Magnum double-aught buck. Guess this is showing up. And the only reason that that's on my side saddle is because I didn't bring enough 2 3/4 triple-aught buck. I have 5 of these in the tube, and I have in my gun case, I have a pocket on there that I have a myriad of shotgun shells. I will hunt with this gun. I do have the improved cylinder in it now, but I brought my choke tubes with me. And I have everything from bird shot to turkey shot to hunting, big game hunting shotgun shells, which is what those 3-inch double-aught bucks are. Okay, next up. This is a fine little rifle right here, and this rifle is a Seiko, or I'm sorry, I think it's pronounced Seiko, Fin Light. And this is really a well-made, high-quality rifle. This is a .308 Winchester, and in the Fin Light series, they use a 20-inch barrel that has been fluted, okay, and that is to reduce weight. Has a composite stock with rubber inlays, and these are very grippy. These are very nice. Now this uses a detachable box magazine, okay, and as you can see, there's no magazine and there's nothing in the barrel chamber. Now the ammunition, this is a 5-round box magazine. It's flush fitting. The ammunition that I'm using is a 150 grain ballistic silver tip. Okay, excellent round, shoots very well in this rifle, and I have 3 magazines here on the stump because that's all that I own. And the reason that I have 3 magazines is usually I'll have one, of course, in the gun, and I'll have one spare. But sometimes I do a little backpacking into a couple of areas where I can kind of get away from all the hunters on the public land, and so therefore I carry that 3rd magazine, just so I don't run out of ammunition. You never can tell. There might be 15-20 deer to try to jump me, right? So the scope on this is a Leopold. This is a Leopold 2x8 power 32mm objective, and this is their VX3 series. This is an excellent scope. You can really see beyond hunting light, extremely clear optics. Good scope. And of course I've got Butler Creek flip ups on there. This is a good rifle. The weight on it is extremely light. It is, I think, 6¼ pounds before I added the scope. Very, very handy, very easy to maneuver through thick woods. Excellent hunting rifle. 308 Winchester is a good hunting round. It has quite a deal of versatility, but for eastern United States, it's a very good hunting round. Now, based off of that round would be this gun right here. Now, this is a Browning BLR. Okay, and the BLR stands for Browning Lever Action, and this is in 358 Winchester. And the 358 is basically a, and I'll show you that this also uses a detachable box magazine, and it is empty. The 358 is a 308 round that's been expanded to accept a 35 caliber bullet. Now, the detachable box magazine holds 4 rounds, and this is right now the only current ammunition made by a major ammunition company. This is made by Winchester, and it is a 200 grain silver tip. Now, this round really hits hard, and it is an excellent round for deer or bear at close to moderate ranges. Anything inside, I would imagine 300 yards, this gun really shines. Now, this also has a 20-inch barrel. It's very handy. And you notice that I have a sissy pad on this, and there's a reason for that. I usually put them on most of my guns or add spacers and things of that nature because I am tall. I'm 6'7". And there's another reason still, and that is some of the medication that I take I bruise really easily now, and therefore this extra padding is welcomed, especially if I'm going to go to the range or whatever and shoot quite a few rounds. Now, the scope that I have on this gun is a Bushnell Elite 4200, okay, and the power is a 1.5 to 6 power, and it is a 40 millimeter scope. This is an excellent combination. You really don't need high magnification in most cases, or the hunting that I do, especially with this rifle right here. And of course, it has a sling on there, and this is a Browning sling. It's weaved from horsehair. It's kind of neat. And you notice that I have slings on all my guns, and it's extremely important. Looking back at the Seiko, this has a Vero Vellini. If I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. Anyway, this is a neoprene affair here. This sling has a little bit of stretch to it because of the neoprene. Very sticky, won't slide off of your shoulder easily. And you know, there's a lot of people may not think that you need a sling on a hunting rifle. Well, I couldn't disagree more. You get a mile, mile and a half from your camp or your truck, vehicle, whatever, four-wheeler, and you have shot a deer or a bear or something of that nature, and you're dragging it out of there, you're going to want to do something with this rifle, okay? And a good sling is extremely important. In my opinion, it's very, very important, and they're worth their weight in gold, especially when you get to dragging a nice buck or good-sized bear a mile, mile and a half, 2 miles, whatever. Now, the third rifle. I'm sure a majority of folks that are watching this video know what this is. This is a AR-7. And the AR-7s, like most people know, it was designed by Eugene Stoner, the same man that gave us the M16, or an AR-15, okay? But just in case folks don't know, this was designed to be an Air Force survival rifle, okay? And I'll quickly put this together, won't tighten it up or anything, but to give you an idea, this is a 22 long rifle, semi-automatic, little gun here. Now the first folks that were making this gun, of course, was Armalite, because that's who Eugene Stoner was associated with. But now, later on, they quit making them, and Charter Arms had bought the rights to make the rifle. And that's what this is. This is a Charter Arms. My father bought this for me when I was a young boy. Well, I shouldn't say young boy, I was a teenager. Probably 15, 16 years of age, something like that, 14. And this was just a great little gun to have in the camp. You know, basically I use this if I'm just going to go out and shoot me some squirrels, or maybe try my hand at a little rabbit hunting, you know, for the camp pot, you know, for wilderness stew. And I did that this year a little bit. Now the Charter Arms AR-7 has some bad reputation for reliability. One of the things they've said is that it's very finicky with the ammunition. And I will somewhat agree with that. It does not like truncated cone ammunition, but then again I have found that several semi-automatics don't like the truncated cone 22 long rifles. And it prefers high velocity or better ammo. But as long as you stick to those things right there, I have not had a great deal of problem with this rifle. It has performed rather well for me. And it's not a match rifle by any means, but it is a minute a squirrel. So that's all you can ask for. Great little gun. Alright, well that's the long rifles that I've carried with me on this trip. This is my Mountain Hardware, and always appreciate you folks watching my videos, and just remember to shoot straight on the range and in life. Thank you.